it. It just keeps on flowing. And it's like creation. Creation is complete. There's nothing new under the sun, as Solomon says. Because all that is in existence now, nothing more is being created. It's there. Creation is finished in this universe. And all ideas, concepts, and whatever it may be, is just something that one pulls out of the heater. So inside your mind, or beyond the mind region, all this exists, but you have to be at the level of consciousness in which you can take up a pen, a pencil, a brush, and just open yourself to the universe and let all that is in the heater just flows through you so that you can capture and interpret some of it on canvas or on paper or whatever medium you're using. So when a man creates a piece of art, or when a man begins to create and to do a work of art, it's not something well in that he sets out to say, well, I'm going to create this. He opens himself to the universe through a level of consciousness, and that just opens himself so that the consciousness can flow within it. Putting the body through a motion to create is like an excruciating feeling or mode that you are going through. Sometimes it can make you mad or go wild, but it has to be controlled in the sense of that vibration that's coming through you. Don't run wild with it all over the place. Just be still and let it flow through you. And whatever vibration that's coming through you, learn to contain it and let it flow through whatever you're doing. If it comes in the form of poetry, then write. If it comes in the form of dance, then you create. If it comes in the form of the visual art, then you allow yourself to go into that mode in which you can let that energy that wants to flow through you, maybe through the brush or through whatever you're using. Just allow yourself to let it go through, and you work it until that substance comes right out into a conceptual form that means something to you or to the world. To me, that's art. That's real art. And another thing again, the past, the present, and the future, it's only in the mind. There is no separation from the past, the present, and the future. Because the past, the present, and the future meet in the now. And man must learn to live in the now. Because when you are living in the now, there is no different heaven. There is no different hell. There is no different anything. But you are living. It's just liberty. It's just liberty. Because man would think that God is separate from him, a separate entity that he's looking for. God is not a separate entity that man can look outside for or look up in the skies for, because God does not exist there. God is within you. In the Christian Bible it mentions it. It says the kingdom of heaven. Jesus mentioned this. He said the kingdom of heaven is within you. Not something that you're looking for externally or man can give you. You cannot go sit in an edifice, a congregation, a church, hoping that you'll find God there. God is not there. God was always with you. every square inch of this universe, God is. But few knows it because his level of consciousness is not that open or high enough so that he can realize and understand what's happening in the scheme of things. Because where we are right now, heaven is not somewhere else. Heaven exists right there, but the only reason why one may not understand it or see it or being in heaven at the same particular time is because of his level of consciousness. He's of a low level of consciousness, so he will always walk as man. But there is a difference between, say, the Creator God and us. We as man are trapped in a body because we are here in a schoolroom where we have to learn and to develop physically. A lot of folks may not like to hear this, but it takes some people several lifetimes, thousands of years, before they can come to a certain level of consciousness. While there are others, it comes in an easier way, wherein which level of consciousness just kicks right in and he knows that he exists. For instance, a man does not have to go to California to understand what's happening in California, or go to Jamaica to understand what's happening in Jamaica. You can be the same place and see 360 degrees. You're seeing the all because you can become omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent, and not moving from one place to another. That's what man's supposed to be. But man failed to understand this. Man failed to see that. And he is looking outside himself for a separate entity to come and save